Well, as far as the article is concerned, I think it's shocking that NCERT should incorporate something like this in the textbook. The textbooks are meant to be basically to educate the children about our society, and if they really want to educate, they should educate about the 40%, politicians who are of criminal background who are getting into politics, because that is something definitely we had not thought of when we gained independence, that how these the people who rule this country will become, will be governed by lawbreakers will ultimately be the lawmakers in this country. But to say about judiciary corruption, I think it is really, really undermining the institution. It is actually shocking that anybody should mention corruption in judiciary. Corruption is everywhere, but I can assure you, corruption in judiciary is far, far less than what it is in the executive and what is in the politics. So it's completely, I don't know what was the motive and why this chapter has been included. But I'm sure Justice Suryakant should take very strong action against the NCERT people, whoever decided to include in this chapter, and issue contempt notice also to them, and to say why they should not be held for criminal contempt.
After all, what is the judiciary? The judiciary is, in one sense, a brake on despotism. If the executive or in the legislature want to act in an untrammeled manner, they would naturally want to weaken the brakes. I think this is a deliberate weakening of the brakes.